what that means is you're going left 3. So for part A here, you're going left 3 and then up 4. So there's not really much more to say than that.
All right. That's what I'm typing, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, so for part B, you've got to give the new vertices. So you've got to be able to manipulate these coordinates. So left 3, you're subtracting 3. So I'll do the first one here, -6, and then you're adding 4, so that's 5. -3, 4, and then I'll let you kind of figure out that last one, and then -7, 1. You got another one there. So
All right. I'm just typing it out real quick. It looks like -6, +8,
okay.
and then the next one would be -7, 4.
You gotta move that -7 left 3. Left 3.
Oh, my bad. That's, let's see, 7, 6, 5, 4. -4.
No, you're going left. You're subtracting 3 from it.
Isn't it negative?
It is, but you're subtracting 3 from -7, -7 -3.
Oh, 10. Huh.
-10, and then you're adding 4 to the y value.
Yeah. So
Okay.
how's your day been so far?
Uh, I wish I could tell you it's one of the worst days of my life.
Oh,
Yeah, but
sorry to hear
doesn't
that.
mean I can't help you here. Yeah, I wish I could go into details, but I can't. All my choices, that's a thing to know. Um, so when something is rotated, to determine if it's congruent, we have to show that it's congruent through SSS in this case. So you're not you're not going to like this, but we need to and actually let me grab, just so I know, is it just the 2 questions we have to get through, or is there a third?
Oh, there's like 5 or no, 4, 4,
Oh,
4, 4.
I don't know if we may not be able to get through all these, so just to let you know that now. But here, let me quickly graph these ordered pairs for this. Maybe the last two are a little bit shorter. -6, 5, -6, 8, and then -10, 5. All right. Well, that's actually going a little better. So to do part C, here's the original. And I didn't label these, but this is A, B, and C, or A, B, and C prime. So we have to find the distance from A prime to B prime, B prime to C prime, and C prime to A prime. We have to find those 3 distances. So the easy ones are the ones where you're going straight up. That's 3, and then straight to the left, that's 2. Okay, and then this last one requires you what's called the Pythagorean theorem. You're going up 3. I'm sorry, this is 4. This is a 4, not a 3. So you're going, it ends up being that this is 5 right there. Okay. So now
All right.
we actually need to do the counterclockwise rotation. And so let me get that. Let me get that up here. Okay, so we have to, we have to grab those ordered pairs. We need to do another transformation of those. So we need to grab these, or, the new ones here. Okay, and we need to do this transformation. So basically you negate the X, negate the Y.
Oh,
So it's not that bad. And so these are, this is now A double prime, B double prime, and C double prime. And so you've got to do the same thing we did in the previous problem. You got to find these distances. But we can just shortcut it and say A double prime, B double prime equals the same thing as before, 3. We edit the order here. B double prime, C double prime equals 5. And then C double prime, A double prime equal 4. And then you have to add some words that says, proven by SSS. So you should probably get some of that down. I'll do my best to move these relatively quickly. But I'll be right back with you.
all right. Got it.
All right. So did you get all this down? I mean, can we move to the next one? What's
Yeah.
okay. All right. So here's number 2. Okay. So to determine if they are congruent, you really are supposed to like show that all the distances are the same, but you also, it just kind of says to use transformation. So like what I'm seeing is that it's initially flipped over the y axis. And sometimes it's good to draw, that part of it. And then let me get the C, what was it for? So like that part. And then you can see that it's moved right 1. And so that's X becomes X plus 1. And then down 1. So you can say, down 1, Y becomes Y minus 1. And I don't know if that's enough. Like you're supposed to show that like CD is congruent to HG. I don't know if you want us to do all that, but we can like show the distance from C to D and H to G. What do you think?
Um, I mean, whatever.
Probably more is better. So you want to say CD, the distance from C to D ends up being the square root of 2 squared plus 2 squared, which is the square root of 8. And you could say that HG is also the square root of 8. And then we'll go C to B. That's the square root of 5, and that's the same as F to G, which is the square root of 5. And then like from A to B, it's the square root of 5, and E to F is the square root of 5, and then A to D. A to D is the 1 and then 5, so the square root of 26. And then E to H is also the square root of 26.
Yeah.
That probably is enough there for that.
All right, got it.
All right, so it says in triangles GHI, so I'll draw GHI and RST. Okay, angle G is congruent to angle R, angle H is congruent to angle S, and GI is congruent to RT. Okay. So is this sufficient information to prove that triangles are congruent through SSS? And the answer is no. The answer is no. No, because you have a side, an angle, and an angle. A side, an angle, and an angle. So you actually can only prove angle, angle, side, but not SSS. So you have to say that there's not sufficient information because you have an angle, angle, and a side. You would need, and that's maybe what you want to add in here. You would need to add that GH is congruent to RS, and then you also need to say that HI is congruent to ST.
All right.
So I guess let me know when you get all that down. You need
Yeah.
some words to kind of wrap around this, but it's
All right, I got it.
okay. So number 4 here. All right, so we got the measure of angle TSV, TSV, T to S to V. That's this one is 31 degrees. Measure of angle SVP is 126 degrees. Blaine, now you can find the measure of angle URV. So this one down here. Okay, great. All right. So first thing you got to do here, and I'll write up here. First thing is you have to find the measure of angle STV, and that's this one right there. And we can do that. And this is where you want to add some words. You could say the triangle sum is 180. And so to find this, you take 31 plus 126 plus, we'll call that x, equals 180. And then you solve for x and you find that x equals 23 degrees. That's kind of thing one there.
All right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Great. So the next thing, this is what you could add here, is that to find the measure of angle that they're asking for, URV, you have to say that angle URV is congruent to angle, the one we just found, STV. And the reason is alternate interior angles. Because this one up here, top left, is alternate interior. Now we probably should add just a tiny bit more. We should probably say that, since RSTU is a parallelogram. Okay, since it's parallelogram, we know that ST is parallel to RU and RT is a transversal. Okay, and that maybe is something to put, before 2 to kind of give the justification. But that's how we know the measure of angle URV equals 23 degrees. It's the same as the one we just calculated at the top there.
Yeah. All right.
So is this everything you wanted to cover today? I guess it did go faster than I thought. I was worried we're running out of time.
Um, well, I want to fill out a little bit more of my card.
Okay.
Just I don't know. Just
So
do some.
here's these transformation rules are usually good to have on there. Here's some transformation rules. There's another
Yeah,
grouping
just
of
any like
rules.
tipper tricks.
I mean, I don't know how much you can get on your card there, but these are good.
It's a decent size card. I can write pretty small.
A few other things here that come to mind are some formulas for, I don't know, circle area, maybe. I don't know. We didn't seem to do much with volumes, which I don't really understand. Here's some more stuff.
All right.
Yes, just step away for a minute or two. I'll be right back.
All right.
All right, how's this looking for your note card?
Almost done. I'm doing the distance between and the midpoint. Have you heard about the new Barbie movie?
No,
Yeah, it's like the
tell me
third
about it.
one apparently. Well, it looks pretty weird. They're like I don't know, they're acting as Barbies, and then one day they're like they want to go to the real world, so they try out the real world in like Barbie clothes, and everybody's like looking at them funny. And apparently, there's people that know about them escaping, so they try to put them back in their box. But I haven't actually seen it. I just watched the trailer today. But it has Ryan Gosling in it, so that's why I want to watch it.
Okay. Something to look forward to after we get through this test tomorrow.
Yeah. All right. I have all that down. Is there anything else?
I mean, that's kind of everything. I don't know. I mean, I would look back at our old notes maybe, but I mean, you're either gonna do it or not. It's, it's your note card isn't gonna help you get the grade on the exam. You're either gonna know the stuff or not. This is just sort of, oh yeah, is it this or this? I mean,
Yeah.
so. All right. Anything else? Any other questions before we close out here?
No, I just hope you get better.